Let's see here. Oof. No, don't need it that big. Let's see, just trying to get things sort of working here. Yeah, I thought I'd just go online for a bit, so I call it a night. So I have to having trouble with the Quest headset. It was crashing. I mean, it wasn't crashing VR chat. It was the headset itself would crash, or the layer between the headset and Steam VR was crashing. So I had to dig out my old headset. I'm using my Vive headset, which is, the old one. So right now I don't have it down over my eyes because I wouldn't be able to read comments with it on because the resolution is so bad. But I am borrowing my son's index controller, so those are kind of cool. This is my new avatar that I've been working on. It's coming along pretty nicely. I can do different things with my shirt. I was a little bit disappointed when I just hop into VR chat and there's some people and they try to read Free Julian Assange and they don't have a clue what that is. It's like, oh wow, that's disappointing. I guess if I'm going to do a little bit of commentary, I got my work cut out for me with my followers and VR chat friends. But yeah, it's kind of, well, it's about 12 minutes to 1 a.m. here in the Seattle area. Hello. Just kind of chilling here for a bit before I hit the sack, so to speak. Yeah, I'm a little bit tired. Been working hard all day, and then after working, I had a D&D session and played some D&D pretty late, so it's been kind of a full day. Fortunately, at work tomorrow. We're kind of taking the day off, and we're kind of having, one of those team relaxing events. We're actually going to go. Oh, wow! I'm glad you could pop in before you started work. Cool. I get to see a baseball game tomorrow. As far as our, as part of our um, team building, whatever the heck you might want to call it. So yeah, it'll be in Seattle. I guess the Mariners are playing the Texas Rangers, so it should be a pretty interesting game. And the weather should be fairly nice too. It won't be real hot yet, but it will be getting hot later this week up here. So like over in the 80s, over the 80s. So it's like we're gonna get a taste of summer up here in Seattle. Oh, okay. Well, have a good day at work. Um, yeah. For those of you just joined, this is the new avatar I've been working on. We got the clothes for it. Uh, Tosca created the model. It's the what's that? I can't guess. You said you're going to work in a few minutes. Where do you work? Or what kind of work do you do? Okay. Take care. Take care, Daddy Soul. Yeah, wow, got some quite a few night owls tonight, or maybe just in other parts of the world where it's not night. Oh, nice. Yes. Uh, Family on my wife's side are they're heavily into the firefighting stuff. I'm not. I'm a geek. I do a lot of work on computers during the day. But yeah, the firefighting stuff is cool. And yeah, if you're a chief, yeah, that's really cool. I mean, you're up there. You've probably been doing it for a while. I know it's really difficult to get chief. My father-in-law, my father-in-law was a fire chief. He's not with us anymore. Had a heart attack, but yeah, it was pretty interesting. I did write some software, some custom software for the firehouse that he worked in. It's been so long I forgot what the software actually did, but I wrote it for them. Some kind of a database thing where they keep track of addresses and shit, because, there's stuff they had to keep track of, so they can go to people's houses and whatnot. That was a while ago. Yeah. One thing I was kind of surprised is there's a lot of people who don't seem to even know who Julian Assange is. I was kind of disappointed in that. if you know who Julian Assange is, just put I don't know, a heart or something in the comment. That would be cool. But yeah, I like this world. It's called Icelandic Castle. Really cool. It has. Let's see if I can do this by looking at the monitor. Where am I? Oh, okay. It has. I guess I have to go backwards. It's like, oh yeah, it's unfortunate. So they put a lot of dragons in this world, which are really cool. And they're animated. They're like acting like they're fighting and biting and whatnot, and they spin around and do all these things. The unfortunate thing is that the dragons they put in this world is as they play the animation, they move a little bit. And so every time they go through a cycle, they're a little bit closer to a wall. The next thing you know, they're through the wall, and then you can't see the dragon anymore because it's just like slowly going off the world, which is kind of unfortunate. I mean, the dragons here are really cool. You can see there. Let's see if I can drive backwards and get there. Yeah, there's some dragon eggs. Cool stuff. And this world, it's freaking huge, and it's like, I mean, I kept discovering more parts of it, even as I just roam around. I mean, there's castle and castle and then more castle. And when you thought you found all of the castle, you find some more castle. It's just a it's just a crazy huge place. But yeah, yeah. So the reason why it looks like I'm looking up all the time is my Quest 2 headset. I hook it up to the PC and just try to use it, with the PC. But lately, it's been crashing. It wasn't crashing VR chat. It was crashing that interface layer between the Quest 2 and Steam VR, and so it would just stop communicating with Steam VR, and so VR chat would still be running, but I wouldn't have control anymore. I mean, people could still hear me, but I couldn't move. I couldn't see through the VR headset, but if I looked at the PC, I can see what was going on. But I did happen to have an old Vive. I mean, the original Vive headset, the really low resolution, kind of crappy Vive headset. So I plugged that in, and that's working great as far as not crashing. But looking through the headset is I mean, the resolution is just crap. So I can't bring up my comments and actually read them because they're just too blurry and unreadable. So I just kind of have my headset on my forehead right now, so I can see any comments and whatnots. But yeah, I'm gonna do some recording and do some little maybe little bits where I might maybe do a little bit of commentary, something a little different than just the typical goofing around video. I mean, certainly is plenty of goofing around videos on TikTok. So I want to do some more serious videos periodically. Yeah, I'll still do some funny stuff too, but yeah, it's a journey for sure. I didn't realize this, but I haven't been on VRChat that long, but it's been about a year now. So I hit the year mile marker where I've been kind of doing this, and my first time on VRChat was kind of rough, trying to figure out which way was up and down, and kind of had to deal with some rude people right off the bat. It was kind of interesting. But yeah, this is cool world that I like. The other thing I like about this particular world is the lighting is actually decent for doing stuff like this. There's a lot of other worlds that look really cool, but when you try to, take a recording or do a live, the avatar looks wrong. The wrong colors are there because the lighting in the world is not set up for doing that kind of thing. The lighting might be set up like a certain mood in that world, but not really to, see your avatar in all its glory, so to speak. Yeah. I'm going to see a baseball game tomorrow. Part of the team building exercise at work. Got a pretty cool manager. Well, he's cool most of the time. He likes to. He's a big baseball fan. He likes to bring employees to see the baseball game. So I'll be seeing the Mariners versus Texas Rangers tomorrow. That'll be pretty cool. Some fun. I mean, I don't really follow baseball that closely, but there's just something about going to a live game. It's a lot of fun. I like going to the live games, being in there in person. Yeah, I think this new avatar I've been working on, it's been a lot of work in Unity. Um, this image, free Julian Assange in the front was actually off of a button. That's one of the reasons why it's round like it is. It's an image for use in making little clip-on buttons, and so I just took it. I used Adobe Substance Sampler to kind of pull it in and make a material out of it. And then I used Substance Painter to add it to the shirt, which seemed to work pretty well. Looking at the computer screen, it looks nice and clear. Of course, Substance Sampler tries to make a full material out of it. It'll look for like the color changes and everything and actually try to add height and make it look like the letters stick out and stuff. So I kind of had to flatten it out a little bit. Didn't want it like too exaggerated. But yeah, this looks a lot nicer to stream than sometimes when I was on the Quest 2 and was having. I mean, the Quest 2 has a ton of overhead that runs on the PC because not only do you have like the Steam VR running, there's this huge multi-gigabyte software you have to install. It looks like it's pieces of things like you're using Quest Link, but it also says Rift, which is like an old name for one of their products, and so you're using Rift to connect to that because it has its own system for playing PC games and its own store and everything, and then you have to go through that to go through another layer, the Steam VR. So it's really complicated, and I was hitting this point where it kept crashing on me. So I pulled out the old Vive headset, and everything's just really smooth. Now the image in the headset itself is crap because the resolution is super low. But I think I'm going to upgrade to that. I'm not sure what kind of headset I'm going to get. There's the Index, and then there's some HP one that's, I think, a little bit better than that one, and there's some other ones that are even better resolution. So yeah, I'm gonna have to check some of it out and figure out what to order. I just have to make sure it is compatible in some way, shape, or form with Steam VR, so I can use it for things like VR chat and chill out VR and stuff like that. And I would like to get back into Beat Saber again. I was doing that for a while. It's really good. Kind of a good get your heart pumping kind of game, which is good. Especially since I sit in front of a desk all day. So, how's everybody doing? Um, I'm not sure where everybody's from. I'm in the Pacific Northwest, near the Seattle area. So here it's a little after 1 a.m. I'm gonna probably sign off at some point here and get some sleep. If you want to share where you're at, that's fine. If you don't want to share, that's fine. I'm always a little curious to see where everybody's watching from. And if you stop by, be sure to follow, and you'll get notifications. You can follow me on YouTube, on Twitch, and of course on TikTok. And then you'll get notified when I'm live. And of course, you can join my Discord server. Probably one of the very few Discord servers where you can actually talk about politics if you like. Just as long as it's not some crazy QAnon crap. Yeah, you can join the discussion. I share a lot of stuff in there. I don't generally follow mainstream news. I'll watch there's the older ones like Democracy Now! I'll watch them sometimes. Then Chris Hedges. I watch his stuff. He used to have a show called On Contact, but now he's on another show. I think he's on the Real Progressive News or something. I can't remember the exact name. But if some of you are interested, I might maybe share some of the stuff, news I follow. Gray Zone is a good one. I like to follow the Gray Zone. Richard Medhurst, really good for knowing what's going on, especially in other countries with the wars and crap that's going on. Yeah, I'll have to share some stuff. Maybe some of my reading list too. So, well, I'm getting tired. I've got a baseball game to watch tomorrow. I don't have to work. It'll be nice just to get to sit and watch a baseball game for a while there at the stadium. Eat some hot dogs that are way, way, way too expensive. They usually give us an allowance like 20, 25 bucks or something to spend on food. There's of course stuff there other than hot dogs. There's what was it? Oh yeah, like this Philly beef and cheese steak sandwich. It was really good. It like really piled the stuff on there. That was really yummy. So I might have to explore that and see what they have there tomorrow. But yeah. One thing about these index controllers, they have straps on them that they kind of like attach to your hand. So it makes it a little more of a challenge than just putting them down. You have to kind of like get to wiggle them off a bit. They might make your arms look weird. But hey, well, I think that's about it for tonight. Yeah, you guys have a good night, or good evening, or good morning, or good day, wherever you happen to be. And take care. And I'll see you another time. Maybe I'll do something a little more planned next time. And a little more scripted, I should say. Not really scripted. Sometimes I do scripts if I'm going to talk about specifically a particular subject, but yeah, I just thought I would get online because I haven't been able to for a while because of the whole Quest 2 crashing situation. But yeah, I mean, I'll probably have time to stream tomorrow since I'll probably be coming home early after the game and we'll be able to stream then. All right, so you guys all have a good night.